if he keeps calling my phone, if my son didn't pay him, my son should pay him.
He moved in his son, and I guess he was collecting money from his son.
But I shouldn't be responsible for something. You guys been over
Were you on the lease?
Yeah, I
Were
got
you on the
lease.
lease?
No.
25-00413 LT Call Pepper Properties LLC versus Antonio Flores. Appearance to the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicholas Sonberg, appearing on behalf of Call Pepper Properties.
Mr. Flores, please state your name for the record.
Yeah, my name is Billy Flores.
Right. Are you Antonio Flores or Billy Flores?
I'm Billy Flores. I filed this.
Okay. So you're saying, I read saying that you said you haven't lived there since February 2024. You have a lease agreement with your current home showing I've lived in Holly for a year. I just want my name removed. Also never received a notice in the mail because I moved out of there a year ago because it wasn't permitted to be rented after failed inspections. So you're just looking to get your name removed?
Yeah, I mean, what him and my son, that's between him and me. I haven't been here over a year. I lived out here in Holly, and I moved because he never fixed the place up. I kept telling him multiple times, never got done. I told him I was going to leave, and I ended up leaving. My son stayed there. Yeah, if my son didn't pay him, my son should pay him. But I shouldn't be responsible for something between him and my son. I haven't been here in over a year.
So the only thing I have in the file is something regarding Antonio. Mr. Schomburg?
So, Your Honor, Mr. Flores was paying rent through October of 2024. One second.
Was he paying it on behalf of somebody?
I never paid anything.
If he was, so basically what happened is that he moved in like his entire family. So we have a Cheyenne Flores, a Nicholas Flores, an Antonio Flores, and there's no communication at all. And then he was paying rent. We have the Venmos, up through October. But first of all, he's already been defaulted, so this is kind of a strange way to do this. But he certainly lived there, and then he moved in his son, and I guess he was collecting money from his son and wasn't paying it to me, and that's what ended up with the eviction. I very kindly tried to say, hey, just pay me something, So his son didn't pay November, December, and then I realized that in January when we did our books for the year, I'm like, hey, you guys haven't paid in 2 months, and then it kind of started this whole thing, and they refused to pay, refused to leave, so I had to do the eviction process. But I just went there today, Your Honor. If I could share my screen. He's still getting mail there. Billy, Antonio, Nicholas, Cheyenne, and they got like all these other people there that might be cousins. But they certainly used this house, and we're there and ran it hard. Lots of people living there, and he didn't shy. We filed, we served them. We have lots of text messages verifying all of this through the years. I mean, there's no. Based on these statements on the record now, if we went to trial, I could show to an absolute certainty, he made some false statements. But regardless, I just want to get paid, no hard feelings, and it is what it is.
Okay, Your Honor, can I speak now?
You may.
He's already been defaulted. But
first of all, that's not true. He's a really bad lawyer. He's a slumlord. He's been sent citation over that house many of times. The city went over there, said he wasn't even supposed to be renting it out. We weren't supposed to be there. He's been notified multiple times. There's a lot of mold in that house, mice and all that. He would fix it up. So I told him I was going to leave. I left. My son stayed there. And I've been out of there since February 28th. I don't even talk to him. I don't even like him. Ever since I moved out there, I don't communicate with him. Only if he keeps calling my phone over and over and over about how. Why
Mr.
you
Flores,
you guys been over there?
Were you on the lease?
Yeah,
were you on the lease?
No, I'm not on a lease. He don't even have a lease. I haven't had a lease with him since the first year. Then after that, there was no more lease. It was just a month thing. And we stayed there one more year. He still would fix the house up. And the only reason why he brought this up is because the city came back over again. And then I
Okay.
notified him, and then all of a sudden,
Mr. Flores, give me 1 second. Mr. Flores. Mr. Flores.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sonberg, is there a lease with Mr. Flores' name on it?
Yeah. So the original lease is him and Cheyenne Flores. I think it's his daughter. And they lived there for over a year. And our lease says, after the year, it automatically goes month to month. We had a good relationship. One day, this man just flipped the switch on me, and I was like,
"He never had no relationship. He never
Mr. Flores,
called back."
Mr. Flores.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Flores.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And Your Honor, this is very common behavior from him. I'm trying to speak reasonably, and he just snaps and goes nuts. No, he was living there, and then he actually subletted it to his other sons without my knowledge or permission, and was taking money from them. So, like the other guy, Antonio, was like, "Hey, I gave my money to my dad to give to you," and then I try to call Billy, and he starts yelling and screaming. So it's just a big debacle. But he certainly should be relieved from the default. I mean, he didn't show up.
Okay. So,
and he's been unjustly enriched. He
motion?
kept his son's money. Sorry.
I was never even served. I haven't even been to that house or nothing. That's why I come down here and file this motion to get me off this lease, this thing. I have nothing to do with him. I lived here for a year. I got my own lease here. I don't even associate with my son.
All right. Well, the motion is denied. I think there's too much evidence. Mr. Sonberg is saying you being there, you being on a lease, it converted to a month to month. You have to, for a month to month, you have to give 30-day notice in writing.
He's been got his 30-day notice.
Maybe in January or February, but you didn't pay for months.
I moved out in February. I gave it to you. I told you we were.
No, I'm talking about 2025. You paid me from your own Venmo account up through October of 2024.
I haven't even been there since February 24th.
Billy, it just doesn't matter.
You know I haven't been there.
All right.
Yes, but you've
been signing through the city and all that. You're not even supposed to rent that house out at all.
Okay, that's cute, Billy.
All right.
And I got it all here on
We're
paper.
all set.
I tried to go to the court.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, Billy.
We're all set. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Another party such as this, and you just can't seem to work it out. Don't resort to taking the law in your own hands.
We'll hear the litigants' reaction.